All right, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Episode 108. Last week I said that it's baseball season and I'm going to do my first comedy, my very first comedy. I've done a horror comedy, but I never done a comedy. A real comedy, So yeah, and not only I'm doing a comedy, but I'm doing a sports comedy. Major League, man. 1989. Oh man. Starring, yes, Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Corbin Bernstein, Margaret Whitton, James Gammon, Rene Russo, Bob Uecker, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker, WWE Hall of Famer Bob Uecker. Yeah, for real. Yeah, man, I tell you, this movie, yeah, oh boy, absolutely one of the best sports movies out there, man. One of the best, you know, baseball movies. I tell you, absolute, absolute fun, absolute fun. I mean, you will be cheering along with these guys throughout the whole thing, man. I tell you. Especially in the last game, you'll be cheering for these guys, man. This was a good, I don't say action packed, not exactly action packed, but the last game was action oriented. But as far as baseball goes, but yeah, this was just good, clean, all American fun. I mean, hey, if you can have baseball, America's favorite pastime, and make it to a movie, then you got to make it feel like an actual baseball game. Actual baseball games in this movie. You gotta make it feel like you're watching actual games. Yeah, that's exactly what this was, man. But yeah, this movie, Rachel Phelps, she's the inherited owner of the fictionalized um, Cleveland Indians. For some reason, I was thinking Miami Dolphins. But anyway, yeah, she wanted to sabotage this particular team just so they can have the attendance record at the all-time low. Have their um, have their um, winning record at an all-time low, so she can get the team traded to Miami. But once the Indians, once they found out about this plan of hers, you know, they pretty much think that they pretty much figured they have nothing else to lose, since some of them will be released and fired by the time the season ends. So what do? They just win the whole fucking thing. So that's what they did, man. At first, they started out pretty terrible, but then, they started improving and then they started winning. And then next thing you know, they made it to the championship, not the World Series, but they haven't won a pennant in 35 years. So when they win the pennant this time, you know that was the main goal for them, you know, and at the same time, make Miss Rachel Phelps look absolutely stupid. And that look on her face at the end of this whole thing. Never seen a more defeated person, have you? But yeah, I tell you, this movie though, this movie just it just marvels in gold. Okay, marvelous movie. It is just marvels in gold. Such an awesome picture. I mean, yeah, Charlie Sheen, playing number 99, Ricky Vaughn. You got that arm. You hear the sound effect. Boom. You got that fast arm, man. That fast ball. Up to 98 miles per hour. At first, he was throwing pretty wild. Yeah, gotta teach his boy some control, otherwise he'll kill somebody. So yeah, but then they found out that he had poor eyesight, so they gave him some prescription glasses. At first, they looked like these like like horn triangle frames, looking like a school librarian, old lady glasses, Only thing is they don't have the attachments, you take them off, they hang around your neck, they don't have that, but still, it look like old lady glasses, red frames, Yeah, so he picked out a pair that was much more him. So, he got some got much better frames and got them in black. And then once the championship game hits, I think he got like a nice little skull piece right near the middle of it. Yeah, because he's the Wild Thing, man. Vicky Wild Thing Vaughn, he's the man. That character was the man in this movie. I tell you, you know, you bring him out at the end of the movie. The big game. And you say, yeah, give me Vaughn. Then they brought him out. What did they do? Play that song. Yeah. Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. Yeah, that song, everybody at the entire stadium going crazy. The stadium was packed because they've been winning. Yeah, the entire stadium going crazy. Everybody's singing it. Everybody's jamming to it. Dancing the aisles, everything. Rachel Phelps sitting there, she hearing the song again. I hate this fucking song. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, this movie though, yeah, this movie, not only yeah, it's a goddamn classic, an '80s classic, but movie's so successful, it's like one of the most quoted movies out there, you know, every single, you can name any single character, and then you throw a quote in, you know, um, yeah, and there are some actors that I did not name, but they're in here, like well, what's that cat's name? What's that brother's name? Dennis Haysbert. You know him from the Allstate commercials these days, but back then, he was in this movie, played Pedro Serrano. Yeah, yeah, from Pedro Serrano from Cuba. He has voodoo as his religion, and he prays to Jumbo. Yeah, he got his locker. He got his locker. He opened up his locker. He got a nice little shrine, dedicated to Jumbo. And you praise to him. Yeah, you praise. You know, he can hit a fastball, a straight ball, but curveball he cannot hit. So you pray to Jumbo, offer him cigar and rum. Jumbo will come. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, I'm thinking about the music. Every time you see Pedro Serrano, every time you see him, think about the music that was playing. That trouble, uh, and that triburo voodoo like music. Oh. Something like that. You know. Yeah, yeah. Serrano, yeah, he played the jumbo. You know, when they was in training, he had the snake wrapped around him. He give praise to his locker door. So once he opened up, he don't see the red tag. You get the red tag in your locker. That means you cut from the team. So you get the snake and pray to the snake to the locker and open it up. No red tag. So I tell you though, yeah. Like I said, man, I tell you, I guess you could say that this movie Major League, it's one of the most celebrated movies out there because it just you can't deny, you can't deny the greatness that this movie has brought you. Can't deny it, man. One of the best, one of the best, one of the most memorable movies out there. And yeah, you cannot deny the greatness that it provides for you. Such a good movie, such a great movie. You know, very fun to watch. Good, clean. Like I said, good, clean, all American fun. One of the best. You know, lots of this movie made lots of familiar faces. I mean, hey, Wesley Snipes, long before Blade, long before, a little bit before New Jack City and Passenger 57. This movie right here. This movie. It was kind of like a template, a stepping stone for him to, go up higher in his career. He got the starring roles in New Jack City and Passenger 57. But yeah, you know, you look at him here playing Willie Mays Hayes. Play like Mays, run like Hayes. Yeah, and brother can move too. Shit. Yeah, during training, you got two guys, running against each other. And here comes Willie. You know, he just moving so fluidly, just moving so fast, just moving. Blow both of those cats out. He just coming in, running right in between those guys. He's running right in between those guys, looking like the Flash. Right in between those guys, blew them both out. Yeah, better get him a uniform. Yeah, like I said, man, one of the most quotable movies ever. You know. Yeah, we're all out of towels. And I'm too old to go diving in the locker. But yeah, so awesome, so good. You know, I just can't not give just bigger praise to this movie. But you just one of the best out there. You want to watch a baseball movie? Check this movie out. One of the best baseball movies out there. I mean, you got movies like Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, The Rookie, The Natural. Rookie of the Year, The Sandlot, and then you have Major League. You know, can't deny. All these great fun movies, all these, you know, For the Love of the Game. You can't deny these movies. About baseball. You know, makes me wanna give me a box of Cracker Jacks and eat some hot dogs. Maybe eat a soft pretzel, one of those big soft pretzels. Give me a slice of pizza. Makes me want to do that every time I watch the movie. you know, all I had today, before I watched the movie, before did this review anyway. Watched the movie. All I had was just some root beer and sloppy joes. Even though you don't get that, or the sloppy joes, you don't get that at the baseball stadium. But you get your root beer too. You know. But yeah, I tell you though, yeah, there's nothing more for me to say. I mean, I can just go ahead and easily rate this movie a good 5 out of 5 because it is just that awesome. So yeah, Major League, man, 89. The movie, 5 out of 5. You got Ricky Vaughn, you got Willie Mays Hayes, Pedro Serrano. A lot of good stuff, a lot of great characters, a lot of memorable A lot of a lot of memorable characters and a lot of memorable moments in this movie. So yeah, man, 5 out of 5, Major League. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, go back into horror, and it's gonna be maybe, hopefully, maybe not. I've been thinking about it, but it's gonna be live again next week. I'm going to try and go live again. The girl that I tried to work with before, she agreed to try this again, and we're going to try and go live again. So next week, I'm going live. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, have yourself another great baseball season, Cleveland. Hopefully, have a great baseball season. Hopefully you make it to the World Series this year. And this show is off.